Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video with Brooklyn. How are you doing this wonderful Tuesday morning? So anyway, I want to jump right into the video. Word has it on the street that Simon is broke. Simon has no money. Simon encouraged Fallon to join the Housewives of Atlanta because he wanted bank for himself, not Fallon. He was trying to secure his bag, okay? Word has it that he is leasing his vehicles. The mansion that he bought that they showed on television, they said that he bought that right when he thought that they were going to have Fallon on the show. I guess as a permanent cast member. And when he found out that they were not going to keep her, that's when he put the house up for sale. And that's when he applied for a divorce from her and latched on the Porsha. So word has it on the street allegedly that he's broke and he's using Porsha for a come up because he wants the money. Now, everyone knows that, and not everyone in Africa, but everyone knows that Africans are notorious for scamming. Okay, now we have scammers here in America. Don't get me wrong. We have a whole lot of them and we have them all over the world. But everybody knows that Nigeria, just all parts of Africa are known for scamming people, okay? Not everybody in Africa, but that's what they're known for. They're saying that he's from Nigeria, but he's broke, okay? You can Google this information, and it's allegedly because a lot of times, the internet have things that's, not true. But you can Google this information and you can find out because you can Google anybody now. Just put in Simon, Gabodia. They said that he is leasing his Lamborghini, and his house is up for sale because he couldn't afford it because he couldn't use Fallon anymore. He told Fallon that he wanted her to join the cast of the Housewives of Atlanta because he wanted her to grow. He wanted it to help her spirituality, and he wanted her to grow. It would help her. It was really all about helping him secure his bag. Okay, now all this is allegedly. You can do your research. You can look it up online. But this is what's in the streets right now. This is what's on the blogs. This is what's on, in the media, the YouTube streets, okay? And it sounds like it's really not far-fetched because a lot of people will use you to scam. A lot of people will use you for a come-up, whether they're of African descent or American descent. People will use you. You have to be a little bit more smarter than that. You have to know your worth. And Fallon seems to me that she is a little bit naive and she's not out there like Porsha, And a lot of times people think because you're out there in the streets and you are, you seem to have common sense and you're street smart as Porsha is. Street smart, not common sense, street smart, that you can't get played. But you can. Just because you're street smart and everybody knows you and you're out there, that does not mean you cannot get played. You can get played being a laid-back person, nonchalant person, such as Fallon, or you can get played being a wild person out there in the street, always partying and whooping it up and turning up, as they say, like Porsha, and that's the word that, that's the T, that he is playing Porsha. He has secured a spot on the Housewives of Atlanta as Porsha's man, okay? So that's going to bring him some good ducats, okay? But from what I'm understanding is he really doesn't have anything. That's why he is sitting Fallon away with $50,000 to pay in installments. And I always wondered why he was doing that. Because if he has $40 million, why is he only giving her $50,000? And why is he doing it in 2 installments? And Fallon is saying she's not interested in the money, but maybe she really knows he really don't have a lot of money. I don't know. He could have hid it from her too. I don't even know if these are all facts. That's why I said allegedly. Allegedly, this man is completely broke. And this is not the first time I heard it. I heard it, yesterday, and I heard it some weeks ago, that he was broke, that he did not have any money. Now, his broke and my broke could be two different things. You know, my broke is not having anything in my wallet. Millionaires broke is having $20 million in the bank when they used to having 90. You know, so I don't know if this is all on the up and up, but that's the word, okay? And I also wanted to comment on, after Fallon made her debut in her interview, Simon put up a post, and he was saying that Phaedra had him at hello. Not Phaedra, excuse me. I don't know why I want to say Phaedra. Porsha had him at hello. So as soon as he seen her and she said hello, he fell in love with her. That's what he's saying. Okay? Now, on the interview, if you watch the interview, the interview man asked Fallon, when did this happen? When did you start seeing a downfall? She said she really didn't know anything until they started filming on the Housewives of Atlanta. Okay? So if he's saying that Porsha had him at hello, that means he fell in love with Porsha while he was still interacting with his wife, Fallon. Okay? So I'm curious to know, and I'm pretty sure without any evidence that him and Porsha started their relationship during the season and the taping of Housewives of Atlanta. Okay? I don't think he waited till nothing was over. I think when that episode when Porsha and the girls went over to Fallon's house and they were in the pool and, you know, they was videotaping everything and they were drinking and everything, Simon was the only man there. And if you look at that take, it seems like to me, Porsha and Simon knew each other more than what they were letting on. It was the introduction of that particular video. It was the introduction. Everybody else was like, hi, nice to meet you. And Porsha's eyes changed and his eyes changed. They were like, hey, you know, it was just different. It was just off. You have to go see that video. They were at her house and they were telling Fallon how beautiful her house was, how nice it was. They had the pool. And it was just their energy. It was their energy, you know. And a lot of people are just comfortable with that lifestyle, you know, cheating and sleeping around with different people. I'm not, personally. You know, even Ray J, Brandy's brother, he has said that he thinks that they should normalize cheating because he thinks that it's okay to cheat. Now, he has a wife. I think her name is Princess. He's cheated on her. They almost got divorced. They broke up, whatever the case may be. Of course, she took him back. And he said that they should normalize it because he don't think there's anything wrong with it. And the guys that he was talking to were saying, some of them were saying the same thing. One guy said, if you want to keep your man, give him oral sex. He didn't say it as nice as I'm saying it. Okay? And nothing can keep a spouse. Nothing can keep a man or a woman if they don't want to be kept. They don't want you. They just don't want you. It doesn't matter what you do. You know? But a lot of people are wanting to normalize it because they just want to cheat. They want to cheat. And if you have low self-esteem, you're going to go along with it because you are in a relationship and it should be monogamous. Should not be no open marriages. It should not be okay for the wife, husband to sleep with another woman. It should not be okay for the man's wife to sleep with another man. You all made a commitment before God to be faithful to each other. Why take the vows if you want to sleep around? Don't get married. Don't get into a relationship. Just stay single. Why marry somebody and profess your love for them but cut out? And then you want them to accept it because so now, you know, you want to be an open relationship because by Ray J saying this, it has to be an open relationship because he's married. So his wife knows how he feels about cheating. So he's telling her, I'm going to continue to sleep around. Either take it or leave it. A lot of women will take it because of the money, the financial security. She's a very pretty girl. She doesn't have to put up with that. A lot of men will be faithful to her. But a lot of times people are scared to cut you off because of your financial background. It's not even for love. It's for the bag. It's for the money. You know, and I just rather not have it. And y'all excuse me because these lights are hot. Y'all excuse me. Y'all see me glistening? This is my little face rag. So it has like a rough side on it. You can exfoliate your face and everything. So anyway, a lot of people will take abuse just to have the security of a financial, successful, happy future. I'm not one of those. If you treat me nice, you just a working man, hey, if you were rich, that would be a plus, but it's not necessary because being rich does not mean happiness. Being poor doesn't mean happiness either. But a lot of times people that don't have a lot of money are happy. And I'm just seeing a lot of these women out here with these men who supposedly have all this money just being dogged and dragged all over the place. And they are saying in the streets that Simon is using Porsha just for a come up, that he really don't want her, that he's from Nigeria, that Nigerians are broke. Now, I know a few Nigerians, okay? I know a few Nigerians, and they all tell me that Nigeria has no money. Back in the day, they had money, they had gold, as well as all parts of Africa, and we know the story on that. They were stolen from and whatever the case may be. Now, there are some rich people in Africa. I've been to Africa. Okay, they have mansions there. Some people are really doing well, but that's not the case for most people. That's not going on. And I'm hearing from a lot of African people that I know from Nigeria, from Liberia, from Ghana, that they have no money. They are struggling. They are starving, and they don't have money like that. He's supposedly from Nigeria, and he has like $40 million in a Lamborghini and all these other cars. But according to the streets, the blogs, the YouTube streets, he does not have those things. He's leasing them. Those are not his things. He's putting on a facade and trying to hook up with people that have money, girls that have money. And it's allegedly, but it's possible. It's possible. You can meet somebody who really, really know how to get over. And if that's the case for Porsha, then Porsha just gets exactly what she deserves. I'm sure, maybe Porsha checked into it. Maybe Porsha seen his bank account. Or maybe she just did some Googling. You can Google anything. But just because you Google something does not mean it's true. They put a lot of things on the internet. It does not mean it's true. So, this is all allegedly. We'll see. We'll find out because it's going to come out. What's done in the dark comes to light. You cannot hide anything. What you do will come out. Just keep that in mind. Whatever you do, if you don't want this to come back on you and you're mistreating people and you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing, you better stop, because I'm telling you, when it comes, it's going to come back tenfold, 20-fold, and you're going to be wanting to know, how can I get out of this? Why, God? Why me? You better think back. Play that video over. You better start thinking, because people just don't realize that this stuff comes back. It really does. Porsha said it herself. I know how it feels to be cheated on. And I don't want to cheat on nobody. I would never do that. That's before she met Simon. I don't know, because I really think she was with Simon during the time she made that statement. Because at the time she was supposedly with an African man that she would not reveal to anybody, disclose to anybody, okay? And a lot of times you say things to throw people off. But if she really meant that in her heart, she would not do that to another woman. That's just how I feel. I don't care what money he have. I don't care if he was separated, because I really believe that him and Porsha got together when he was still in the house with Fallon. That's how most adulterous situations take place. You are still at home with your spouse when you step out, or when your spouse steps out. It doesn't happen when you're separated. Normally it happens when you're still in the house together, in the bed together, living a normal life, so you think, and the other one is creeping. That's normally how it starts out. Okay? So when she started reaping what she sowed, she's going to think back, because she said she wouldn't do it to anybody, and she did it. If a person is still married, separated or not, and she knew this girl, it ain't like you were separated for years. It was like 2 months, And people are saying, well, he could move on and date. He's separated. It still puts Porsha and himself in the situation of committing adultery. Does not matter what you think or I think that they should move on. It doesn't matter. You need to get out of it because it causes trouble. It causes situations. If Porsha gets married to Simon, or let's change it. If she doesn't marry Simon, if she doesn't, but she gets pregnant, okay? He's still married to Fallon. Him and Porsha break up, but Porsha assigned his last name to the birth certificate. Him and Fallon gets back together. He got a baby out there with his last name. He's not even with her. He's still married. Or suppose Porsha gets pregnant by somebody else, right? She gets pregnant by some John Doe over here, somebody over here. Or let's change that scenario. How about Fallon gets a boyfriend? They're not divorced, her and Simon. She gets pregnant. She gives the baby Simon's last name. It's Simon's baby. The courts don't want to hear about no boyfriend. Your wife has a baby with your name on the birth certificate. If you were divorced, that would, she could have used your name, but it ain't y'all divorced. But y'all still married. She might be pregnant by another man, but it got your name. I know someone who that happened to. A friend of mine from years ago, he was separated from his wife for over 20 years. They never got a divorce. She had 2 children by 2 other men and gave them both his last name. If this man dies, she gets his Social Security for her children. Okay? She can sue him for child support. It happened to my uncle. My uncle had 1 son with his wife, his ex-wife. They were separated, never got divorced. She had like 4 more children, gave them all our last name. Okay? My family's last name. Gave them all that last name. When he died, he was in the Army. They all got Social Security payment from the Army. They weren't his children because she never divorced him, and her boyfriend was living on that money. Or my uncle who's deceased, because they never divorced. She was over there having babies. She had like 4 more children besides my cousin. Those children were not my uncles. They were not together, nowhere near each other. She gave them all my uncles her married last name. Not her boyfriend's last names, her married last name. And when he died from being in the Army, all the money was divided between all of those children, my cousin and his siblings. And the siblings wasn't even my uncles. That's what can go on. So you're in an adulterous situation and other things come on. That's why it's good to get divorced and move on, okay? So I'm going to end that video here. I want to show you something. I have on a striped little dress. It's a little cotton dress. It's really, really cute. It has a little design on the front. I'm going to stand up and try to show you the design, okay? It's really cute. It has pearls and a pocketbook and shoes. It says love is and some little stuff down here. And it's got, little shoes and lipstick and perfume bottles. It's really cute. It's pearls. Okay. And it's just a little dress. It's a midi dress. Okay. And I'm going to wear these. I thought these would be really cute with it. The black and white first slide looks like a skunk. I thought that would be cute. I had some other little black gladiator sandals that come up right below the knee, midway, calf length. But I thought these would be cute to go with it. The dress is more of a off-white and black, but I thought these would still be nice, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'm going to say vielen Dank. That's thank you very much in German. So vielen Dank for watching me. And choose, that's what? That's bye in German.